Well, good evening and welcome to It's Happening Out, the world's most popular live gay television talk show. We are broadcasting live and on demand right now in Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, Amazon Fire Television, and of course, YouTube and Facebook. It's 9 p.m. Wednesday, September 14th, 2022. And I'm your host, Al Ferguson. We are going to laugh a lot. Did you hear that, Barnhill? A lot. And play through our LGBTQ plus world. All next on It's Happening Out.
This week on It's Happening Out. Join us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. It all starts right now, live on It's Happening Out.
Well, we're going to begin tonight with Happening Now breaking news. The season 4 premiere of this show, It's Happening Out, is finally here. Next week is a whole new start to a 4-year-old LGBTQ plus tradition as It's Happening Out starts its new 4th season. We're returning to our old system with a permanent cast of just 10 hosts, but with a whole new style. From a Gen Z actor to a pansexual leather daddy. So if you want to hear the opinions from people like our Latina lesbian FayWhat, how did she make it again? I don't get that. Our event-promoting Latino bear, Jonathan Casañas, or our two-spirit bearded drag queen, Auntie Mame. Make sure you tune in for our special Season 4 launch. Lots of new images, new looks, and lots of new fun. What do we think about IHO?
I think that today's show has a very end-of-term feeling because all of us, none of us but Al, will be back next week. So you know what? All bets are off. We're just going to say whatever we want.
Let them fire me.
Enjoy this show while you got it, because the 4 of us, bye.
Then if that's true, I agree with you. We're going to have fun. And y'all, you're all going to be back to It's Happening Out and Queer News Tonight and all kinds of other things we do. But if what you just said is true, then let me take this right off the table because I know this is what you're going to do. Fuck. Oh my God. It's Happening Out is part of one of the largest LGBTQ plus media companies in America. Hotspots Magazine has been documenting the LGBTQ plus experience for 36 years, and Happening Out Television Network has been bringing you daily LGBTQ plus news, talk shows, and more for 4 years. We are in the same model of PBS and NPR, and we are a nonprofit 501c3 organization whose mission is to educate and serve the LGBTQ plus community. All right, we've gotten our housekeeping out of the way. Let's start by meeting tonight's host. First off, let's welcome Christopher Barnhill, who said right before we went on the air he wanted a different seat at It's Happening Out. Y'all heard that, right?
Yeah.
Right? You heard that.
You continue to pick on me.
I want him right next to me.
Exactly. All right. All right. So Christopher is a native of Washington, D.C. He's an HIV activist and a community leader. If there's one thing you must know about him, Brandy Norwood is his queen. I know. It's a little sad, but don't tell him. Welcome, Christopher.
Anywho, I love me some Brandy. Congratulations, Brandy, for having another gold record. Yeah. Boom.
Does anybody know who Brandy is?
Probably not.
Yeah, Brandy is Moesha.
Thank you.
I know Brandy.
Don't know.
It's okay.
Speaking of voices,
you and I are old.
Speaking of voices that we don't want to hear from, let's welcome John Hayden. John's been a journalist for 27 years now and works with several South Florida outlets, including SFGN, covering politics, arts, and the bar scene. Like Jim Bar, where he sat crouched in the shadows at the bar last night. Pen at the ready. Shifty eyes scanning the night for a story. Oh, he never found one. Good evening, John.
Good evening, Al. But I got
that was all true.
That was all true. But I got to tell you that it was a pretty good crowd. But the guy who was there with could not stop talking.
He's watching this now.
But you know, I generally tend to start.
I'm sorry, you were saying.
No,
were you with Al last night? Is that what you?
I was with Al last night. Yeah.
Oh.
Al was great. Al was so desperate for someone to hang out with. He came and sat with me during a city commission meeting.
Oh, wow.
I'm bored already.
Right? Right? But there's two great stories from that will be in SFGN, South Florida Gay News, online and on stands tomorrow. So please check them out.
From your
How you promoting something else?
those stories are going to be about last night or about today?
Please.
I'm confused.
They're all about last night.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Something about
Sounds like
Do they have a happy ending?
Yeah.
Well, let's
Literally
say
and figuratively.
My pen was in hand.
Oh.
All right. Ooh, that was
Okay.
a comfortable and awkward place.
know.
Next, let's welcome Cindy Brown. Cindy Brown is an icon in the LGBTQ plus community, and I am contractually required to say that. She was an early organizer of the Miami AIDS Walk, the White Party for Care Resource, and other major events. She is the founding executive director of Miami Beach Pride and currently serves as the program manager for Jewish Community Services LGBTQ Lambda Living program for LGBT seniors. She is one of those rare representatives of our community. Perhaps you've heard of them. They are called lesbians.
Yes, and I am proud to represent here tonight at this table.
That's right. Welcome,
Love my
Cindy.
And I'm going to misbehave because I know next week there's a whole new crew.
Right. All right. Next, let's welcome Dale Stein. Dale is moderator of South Florida's largest LGBTQ plus Facebook group, Miami Gay List, which can be found on Instagram as @GayListOfficial. And he is also an internationally known photographer. He was my date, by the way, Saturday night at the Save Gala in Miami Beach. And I read on the board Sunday, I was very good. Good evening, Dale.
Wow. Talk about happy endings. I missed that part. I did have a great time with you on Saturday night. It was big fun hanging out and being together. Safe.
It was
I
fun.
just realized we've been following each other on Instagram for years.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Miami Gay List? Or
He's been following me on Instagram and Miami Gay List, and I follow your other page too.
Which one? I have a few. We'll hook up. Yeah.
We'll later. Yeah,
Well, it's nice to
television.
Was it
stuff.
Right.
Right?
Wait, you're like, oh, those were your picks. He is a renowned photographer.
Unlock.
Yes.
Unlock.
See, right now, Faye is watching us right now, and she's going, oh, this is why we changed the cat.
Wow. Who
Hey,
shade is
I haven't been on this show for a while, so don't blame
Who needs
me.
a drink?
Oh, desperately.
Yeah. All right, let's play our yes or no game called I'd Swallow That.
Yay, I
We
love this.
invite you at home to play right along with us. Go and get a drink or a beverage, whatever it might be, your favorite, as I make 6 statements to our host. And if they agree with the statement, they're going to take the shot. And we have all of us have shots in front of us. If they disagree, well, it's going to be a long night for everybody, but especially Al. All right, ready? Everybody's ready?
I'm ready.
For
Here we
yourself
go.
the third person now?
Well,
him
well,
have
you
it.
two, you can talk about the Queen ad nausea. So can I. All right, then, if we're all ready, let's play I'd Swallow That. First, if you read Anne Rice's Interview with a Vampire, you know the 1994 film both white and straight-washed the characters. Yes. The new AMC series seems much truer to the book.
I offer, for your journalistic pleasures, my life story.
So, how long have you been dead?
The year was 1910. My business was desire.
Let me introduce you to Mr. Lestat de Liancourt.
I know who you are, sir.
See that.
We're destined to be very good friends.
I'm assuming you only met at night.
It's New Orleans. Days are for sleeping off the previous evening's damage. That's your thing, man. You like to watch?
I've been watching you for some time now. I can swap this life for sure. Swap it out for a dark gift.
Let the tale seduce you, just as I was seduced. He was my murderer, my
mentor, my lover, and my maker.
A very strange enchanted boy.
It was as if I had finally received the secrets of existence.
Your house. I could search window.
I was not yet ready to hunt, but desperate to feed. It's best to let the food come to you.
You're not welcome in this home. This is how it has to be.
I don't want to kill people. You're a vampire. I could not save myself, but I could save her. She'll be what? Her daughter.
We're a family.
She is poisoning against me.
You two have each other.
I'm liking it so
Who
far.
am I supposed to love?
This is not a life! You took my life! We'll be together 10,000 nights, 100,000. Ready to begin the adventure of our lives. My companions in immortality.
Yes. I'm all ready to drink.
I think I know what we're getting ready to do.
We're all drinking.
Have to do it. Question one, I'd swallow that.
Yes.
AMC's interview with the vampire makes me realize I'm truly gay.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh my God! I'm just like sitting
we
over here.
go.
Going, boing, 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 boing. I mean, gee, I'm ready to go. Like, we need to take a break, and I need to go mix a batch in the bathroom before we finish the show.
Oh, please don't.
That was way TMI.
I don't even know what he's talking about. And I don't want to know what he's talking
That
about.
is
Got
weird.
my husband in there, Grey Worm. Yes.
But you know, God, it's so titillating, and it has the capacity to be a really amazing or really bad.
Well, the trailer's awesome.
Yeah.
The trailer is awesome. I think it's going to be really amazing. But
Are
you
the
know,
two sexy? Do you think they're sexy? No, you said a Grey Worm.
A lesbian
To make
thinks they're
we're,
sexy.
We're showing that picture right
real.
there. Grey Worm is a character, of course, from Game of Thrones. They're sexy to you, the two guys?
I said my husband and Grey Worm.
Well, they're married
Not
after
on
all,
Shag,
right?
Marry, Chop.
Right.
That's not yet.
Right, I find them incredibly sexy because, you know, they're also the beauty that they have is not what we consider like standard beauty. I think they're quirky, handsome, and beautiful, and I find that much more hot and intriguing than your standard beauty.
Dale,
Right.
that is such an interesting observation to me. Do you think that was intentional?
I do believe so,
That
yeah.
they've done that. I mean, they're both handsome.
Because especially to really veer away from what was done in the
Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt.
Exactly.
It's different.
Heartthrob, sweetheart, all that kind of look.
Time I saw a promotion piece about a month ago that was sent to me, and I thought, wait, this is not Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise. And then as time has gone, and now that I've seen this, I go, oh, they're not supposed to be.
Right.
No.
And
Right.
Purely intentional, I think. Yeah.
And what is it about vampires, especially maybe for lesbians too, but for gay men, there's something about vampires.
I have always
queer
been
about it.
fascinated. I've read,
Something queer about vampires.
yeah, I've read the whole trilogy,
Is it
Anne
the
Rice,
sucking?
and
I've heard various theories that it's the bite thing that
everything is just so
It's all the
passionate.
nocturnalness of it all, you know. The,
Sounds like the game.
and the mystery.
On Wilton Drive.
And they can, they can mess with your
hypnotize
mind.
you.
the manipulation.
Right. It's,
The shadiness.
and the outcast.
And
Right.
The outcast.
Yeah, and we get what we want, and the vampire can get whatever he wants. Yeah.
I think
I'm
there's
rewatching True Blood, so I'm ready to
That was
switch over
great.
to
Such a
this.
great
Yeah.
show, that
Yeah.
was,
And I'm listening to all of these descriptions, and some of them negative, and then I turn to you and go, "Yeah, that's it. Okay." All right. Next, when
All right.
gay
Stop the show. We about to.
Next, when gay Big Brother superfan turned contestant Michael Bruner joined the house, he played the game like only he and an uber gay guy could. He was shady, manipulative. Wait, are we?
He was a vampire, right?
Right?
Shady, manipulative, and pitted others against each other.
That sounds like the gays.
Well, he's an attorney, so.
Not me.
All right, when he finally got evicted this week, he gave a perfect speech. of which I think we're going to show. But maybe not.
Maybe
All right,
not.
let me move on. Question, I'll ask the question first. Question number 2. I'd swallow that. I think Big Brother's Michael Bruner's RuPaul-like eviction exit may be a 24-season best of moment. And if you haven't seen it, what happened was he was evicted. He was shocked that he got evicted. When Chin announced that he was evicted, what happens is all the housemates stand up immediately to give him the disingenuous hug, and we love
Perfunctory
you.
hug.
Right.
And those stupid
We're going to miss you.
He said instantly, "No, please don't get up. I have something to say." And then got up and walked out of the house without a word, just like RuPaul. I've got something to say. And he pulled the RuPaul trick. Julie Chin's mouth dropped open in the moment.
Wow.
Now, do you think that that's a big deal? No?
No.
I mean, I don't watch the show, so I mean, I
So
really
what's
feel.
the question?
But I
It's
can
not
drink.
a big deal. We drink.
It's not a big deal. It's not original.
It's
been done. It's been done.
It's been done before. Next.
So do we? What do we? I don't understand. Do I drink or not? How do I feel?
Yeah.
But I don't know which way I drink.
I'm gonna
Don't drink it.
in about an hour and 15 minutes, I'll explain.
I'm going to drink it anyway. Just
Yeah,
But
right
what
here,
was the
girl.
question?
Right here.
You never asked the question.
That was the shadiest comment I could make. She missed it.
I didn't miss it, Al.
All right,
I
next.
ignored it.
Okay.
But I'm drinking anyway.
I said don't drink.
Next. Right. Next. Wait, this is my show, isn't it?
It's our
Our
show.
Yes.
All right.
It's our show for just one more week.
Recently, we had fun talking about Madonna and Weird Al making out in the new satirical biopic, Weird, the Al Yankovic story. When it premiered this week at the Toronto International Film Festival, viewers were excited to see an appearance by Divine. Remember Divine?
Oh, yes.
Question number 3. I'd swallow that. I hope Nina West, as Divine in Weird Al movie, celebrates her queenness.
Absolutely.
Gee,
Cheers.
show me a Coke.
Cheers.
She's so full of shit.
I don't know who this is.
What?
Oh, wow.
Who? Divine or Nina? Divine or Nina? Or Al?
Well, all three, honestly.
Wow. Why did you say that?
Well, just because of her Divine's role back in the day, and then
Exactly.
now she's playing Divine.
Yeah, look at the side by side, Nina and Divine. Divine was a literal genius.
Yeah,
literal
absolutely.
And really one of a kind. I mean,
And-
there will never be
absolutely.
another
You know,
Divine.
it's very funny. I've thought a lot about this, to be honest with you, because I've watched almost everything that she's done, and I'm preparing. By the way, getting ready to announce a gigantic interview with John Waters.
Oh, wonderful.
Here,
Major.
in South Florida, and going to sit down with him, and of course, Divine's going to be a major focus of conversation. She was 30 years ahead of her time.
Oh, absolutely.
30 years ahead of her time. She was in the time, she's in the time of Anita Bryant. She's in the time of Stonewall.
Yeah.
She's in the time of, at a time where it's a big girl, and big girls weren't celebrated. There was no Lizzo yet.
Oh, right.
And she
Well, there was a Lizzo. There
persuaded-
was Martha Wash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true. That's true.
Weather Girls. Two tons of
Fried,
tons of fun.
Yeah.
Favorite Divine movie?
Y'all drink to it now.
Pink Flamingos?
Pink
Well,
Flamingos.
I was going to go say Pink Flamingos too, but then I was trying to think
All
of all
right,
our
let me
other
broaden
ones.
it.
There's so
Favorite
many.
John Waters movie.
Oh gosh, there's so many good films.
Yeah, I can't pick.
Favorite, well, Hairspray.
How about Sissies?
Sissies I saw, but it's been so long since I've seen some of the films. Like I need to go back and do some more researching.
Exactly.
Okay, all right.
Just like I feel like I need to do with the.
Is that
You know, this is pop
Everything,
culture,
yeah.
by the way.
I know this is pop culture, but yeah, kind of like going too far back.
Yeah. Ooh. All right. Well, I understand the problem you're having because Divine certainly no Brandy.
Oh,
All right.
I'd swallow that. Oh, I just did that. Sorry. Next, Drag Race. Oh, this is. Oh, wait till you hear this shady story. Next, Drag Race UK competitor Davina De Campa stirred up Twitter recently when she accused a, quote, prominent and well-loved Drag Race queen, end quote, of being a Trump fan. She hasn't said who, but the speculations are running wild that it might be Gia Gunn, it could be Trinity the Tuck, it might even be Texas's Alyssa Edwards. Question number 4. I'd swallow that. I'm shocked when Davina De Campa says popular Drag Race girl is secretly radical right, Trump-loving, and J.K. Rowling embracing.
Well, if you're not going to name her, talking to your mother, as Cardi B said, like, listen, I hate these subliminal. If someone might be there, right. Put the ad on it out there, so we can bring to it.
Exactly.
I think we're going to show some of the
potential
messages. A number of the queens have just come out and said, girl, who are you talking about?
Right.
Well, I'm not surprised. I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, it's just like the population in general. Like a percentage of people are crazy, and I mean, bad crazy.
Right.
But you know, the other people are stupid. I mean, there's a percentage of population. So all the girls on the RuPaul show are a percentage of are a population. So I'm sure that a portion of those girls could be Trumpers.
Do you think it's interesting? The news comes out this week about De Campa saying this. Do you think with all of the stuff that we're watching about drag queens and MAGA Republicans and
DeSantis, our house, etc.,
in our house, that this could be career ending for whatever drag queen?
Well, it kind of was for one drag queen here in South Florida that we know.
Elaine Lancaster.
Yes, it ended her South Florida career.
She was a Trump supporter.
And not only a Trump supporter, a nasty vocal Trump supporter.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, you've got drag queens. I mean, they're very entertaining, and the ones that are on RuPaul and some of that are very talented. But they have a very narrow audience.
Right.
And if you alienate a lot of that audience, you're not going to be attracting all these, rabid Trump people. Well, now we like drag queens. We're going to no, you're going to literally politicize yourself out of a career.
Exactly, and that's exactly what she did.
I'm thinking about Jared Kushner loving drag queens right now.
I think he might be a little sweet.
Yeah.
Totally.
Perhaps.
Got a little sugar in his tank.
All right, let me see if I can find another shot for y'all, because I clearly need to. Next, those Romans, were known for their open sexuality and their love of decorating using phallic images.
I've drank to it already.
Recently, at an excavation in Spain, a very ancient carving of a giant penis was found in the ruins. And we're going to show you a picture of it. There it is. Question 5. I'd swallow that. I have arrived. I'm home when archaeologists find a 2,300-year-old 18-inch, John, calm down, 18-inch Roman stone phallus.
Wow, I'm loving it.
If it's 2,300 years old, that means they probably found it at Tropics.
I'm gonna drink 2 for that one.
Everyone at Tropics at the end of the show, when you see closing credits, there's a notice that nothing that any of the hosts have any association with. That's why that's there.
Right.
What do you think about the Roman obsession, gladiator time of?
I think we're just so prude here. I mean, I think that the human body is a beautiful thing, and it should be celebrated. And it's crazy that Americans are so prude that.
You know you're a lesbian, right?
I do know I'm a lesbian, but I also appreciate
penis. I get it.
Well,
the
I think there's a little bit of nuance to that.
There's a difference, though.
Yeah.
You get it, and she doesn't.
Well, I don't want to get it in that way. However, the human body is beautiful, and I think there should be no reason to hide it.
Of course, of course.
Absolutely. I was actually in Italy one time, and I was in the subway, and there was an ad for jeans, and it was like the Brady Bunch. They had 6 pictures of jeans. A guy was wearing them, and it said, no matter how you wear your jeans, and in each picture, the penis was in a different location. in
they celebrate. They celebrate.
So they celebrate.
Genitalia more than we do.
Yeah. And I thought that was the best ad I had ever seen.
Wait, I'm sorry.
And yes, I am a lesbian.
I'm going to go to Italy. I gotta go.
Well, the Italian men are the most gorgeous. I mean,
they are. Have any of you been to Pompeii?
I have not been to Pompeii, no.
Pompeii, the first time, I've been to Pompeii a number of times. I was in Italy in April and traveling with
FayWhat.
Right.
Yeah. You haven't lived until you've ridden a boat on the Grand Canal with FayWhat. I went to Pompeii the first time, and they were showing me actually. It was kind of a very nice VIP thing, and they took us into a bar. It's over 2,000 years old, with all of the paintings on the wall of penis, and it took us into a brothel, and if I saw one, I saw 50 penises in the tour.
You said the thing was You said it was 2,000 years old.
It was right prior to Vesuvius and the end of Pompeii. So it was really quite amazing.
It's given asbestos and lead paint.
I don't think so.
Before that, any observations about 18 inches?
Well,
I think it should be in the game. I tried to swallow that.
You're crazy to try to swallow it.
That's one thing you say, like, stay in the corner, I'll blow kisses at it.
Right.
That's 18 inches is a tumor.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, dear.
Ooh. All right. Finally, in 2012, Queen Elizabeth appeared with 007 in a video during the Olympics. And I hope you remember the video.
I do remember.
It was really, really cool. Now there is talk of a new actor playing 007. And there are many rumors that are pointing to openly gay Luke Evans has gotten the role. Question number 6. I'd swallow that. The Queen has passed, but I'm excited that gay Luke Evans could join Her Majesty's Secret Service as 007.
Yes.
Well,
I'll drink to that.
No?
Liz and I mean, friend, great movie buddy. There's nobody better to watch a movie with other than Queen Elizabeth.
Give up on your...
This is the last time I get to really talk about it. So.
Oh, I'm sure this will not be the last time you talk about it.
Yeah, that's right.
Girl.
I've heard it a lot already today.
Yeah,
we were saying for years we want Idris Elba to be the next 007. Let Idris Elba have it.
Oh,
he's
have
too
a black?
old.
Yes.
A black? Is he too old?
No, he's not too old.
He's 53.
Idris Elba?
Yeah.
And how old is all these other guys?
Well, Luke Evans is like
not in their 40s.
40.
Well, but like Daniel Craig is like in his 50s and ending the role. I mean, can you imagine 10 years from now Idris Elba going in his wheelchair because he's a retirement age?
What's wrong with Idris Elba playing the role? Because he's 53 years old, he still looks good and can play the role.
Oh no, he looks great.
Yeah.
I'm just worried about 10 years from now.
Well,
he could do 2 or 3 movies and call it a day.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
They can just pass it around, But I think both ideas are great. But I also love the idea of Luke. I like Luke Evans a lot as an actor, and I think he would be phenomenal in the role.
Anybody have a favorite role of Luke Evans? I have one. Anyone?
Well, the most recent one was was it? Well, not White Lotus, the other one.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
Yeah.
Help! What was the other?
No.
Paddington?
No.
Paddington.
That was the Queen's other.
Yeah, that's right.
With the sandwich, and she goes, "Oh, I keep mine right here."
The role for me is he was Lake Town. He was the person that killed the dragon in the dwarf movies from Lord of the Rings. Remember?
I don't know. Our pop culture aspects are a little off kilter tonight.
I'm with you, Dale. I'm with you.
Look at that. Look. Come on, you could throw Idris in. You could throw Idris in there.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of
White.
potential. There is a lot of white there.
But a lot of white James Bond.
Right.
100% of them thus far.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Next up, let's consider our best thing of the week. And we're doing something, I think, a little fun this week.
Drink.
Oh, we can drink.
We're not playing the game anymore.
Yeah.
That's still my last drink.
You might not be playing the game anymore, but we're still playing the game.
I still have one left. I got to drink it at some point.
Yeah. All right. Next up, let's consider the best thing of the week, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted. The Emmys this week featured some great recognition from queer actors and allies. So our best thing of the week, of course, is Emmy is queer, and here are the queerest moments. Anybody watch the Emmys?
I did. I watched it. I watched them from front to
Did you watch all of it or just a little bit?
I watched. I would tune in and out because it was on against football.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to be honest.
That is the weirdest gay.
You
are a
hear
weird
the gay
gay
community.
No.
Oh, only with lesbians.
Around here.
Oh.
Yes, we watch football around here, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Washington Commanders, man.
Okay. What does that mean?
So we can catch the game together.
Yeah, and the Commanders. Beyonce's favorite song. Theme.
Lord have mercy. It is?
Well, because she's saying, "I'll be your commander."
That's not big.
I'll take the dialogue back.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, John, you're done. You lose your gay card.
It's okay, baby. Clock out.
I love Kelly.
All right. Well,
Anyway, I watched the Emmys from front to finish.
Yes.
And
And what did you think? First off, overall evaluation of the Emmys.
Overall, I would say overall I enjoyed it. I mean, there were moments that I felt like I groaned and like, I rolled my eyes like this is like cliche. This is it. But overall I really enjoyed it.
Where did you really just over the top laugh?
Over the top laugh. Was it Jimmy Kimmel who was on the floor rolling?
You know, he got huge.
He got huge.
For that.
But in the moment, it was super funny.
Yeah.
And then when you're like, okay, that's these ceiling focus, all these things. But in the moment, it was funny.
You know, I just realized why so many of Dale Stein's friends say he's not funny. He has no sense of humor. Now I understand why.
Of course.
Dale, you know how to do it. Want me to throw this in his face?
Please do, yeah.
Yeah, I got one too, both sides.
And
throw it into both sides of his face.
what was a highlight moment for you?
Shirley Lee Ralph.
Yeah.
Shirley Lee Ralph
she
acceptance
deserved
speech was everything and more. It was just beyond. I mean, there were a lot of great acceptance speeches, but hers was
and that's
just
been going around the social media.
I mean, Jennifer
around
Coolidge,
and
of course,
around.
that was the other
absolutely.
highlight. Jennifer Coolidge, you will not, she had 0 fucks to give. You will not play me off. When she started dancing, I was like, that was actually the funniest thing.
Yeah.
When she started dancing, that's when I laughed out loud. Yeah. She's dancing, and I was just like, oh my God, go,
what did you think about the Emmys stealing the Golden Globe thunder of doing it at tables?
Well, it did have that vibe about it. It felt much more casual.
It was more than a vibe. It was, we're stealing it because you crashed.
Right.
Now we're doing it.
But it worked. It gave it so much more of a fresh vibe.
Drinking.
And everybody was just super relaxed. And, when one person gets up to do something, Martin Short got up to help somebody walk up the stairs. I think it was Gene Smart. I mean, so it had much more of a, you're at a gala. You're at a gala.
Right.
Gala.
Yeah. I think that, well, the NBC just announced they are going to do the Golden Globes again in January. Okay. So it'll be interesting to see how they kind of come back because the HFPA.
What's the HFPA?
I'm sorry, the Hollywood Foreign Press Association.
Okay.
They're the ones
That's the group
that votes
of
on
elitist white men.
Exactly. Who make all the decisions.
Already.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't embrace women.
Black
No
they embrace
people of color.
Right. They do more than that.
But the women don't want to be embraced. That's the problem.
Exactly.
But the hands travel by their embracing.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Without
and
consent.
Again, please watch the end credits where we disavow every word that's out of the host.
But I can say it's happening does come out against sexual assault.
Yes, that's exactly.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But just a toast, like seriously, because we were talking earlier that I remember when you said that you remember when there were only 10 channels. I remember when there were only 3. Dale, of course, remembers when there were 0. But it used to be.
I do not remember. See you next Tuesday.
Right?
Now, this is why you would do badly at Big Brother, because somebody would just shade you into. And then,
No. Dale's shady because I caught some of it.
I'm just being very polite because the hair and the thing.
He doesn't want people to know. It's kind of surreptitious.
Oh, I've got hair. It's just down there.
He gets quiet shade.
Wait, did you just reveal that John powdered his head right before?
I did not say that, but I watched it when it happened.
Okay.
I did not help him.
I bring it. I bring it. Otherwise,
He's got more makeup than I do.
Let's come back to the Emmys.
Okay, but there used to be only 40 shows that were available that were eligible for prime time. Now you've
Now
you've got literally thousands of shows.
All the streaming.
Yeah, all the streaming. We could enter for an Emmy competition.
We should win an Emmy.
And we should.
Why can't we? We should.
Starting next week.
We need to advocate for that.
That was funny.
Well, you know what?
I'm a voter, so
He's on
I'll get
today,
his
so.
That was
Are you a
funny.
voter?
I am. Yeah. Hi, baby. And on behalf of of all the people that
Of course he's
were
a white man,
just
too.
nominated.
You know, got to use some.
As a former Emmy nominee myself, I say
Oh, there we go.
congratulations.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
Okay.
There it is.
Honor just to be nominated.
Girl.
What is this
Good,
about?
but I should have realized.
Right.
No,
I'm like,
This was a bait.
no, yeah.
Like
By the way,
Yeah,
this
this
lead
is the way
in.
Roger Stone does it. Too, by the way.
Wow.
Let's talk about one of the big moments for LGBT. The streak was broken Monday night. The streak of RuPaul's wins.
Oh yeah.
RuPaul's Drag Race.
Because RuPaul has won more Emmys than
Emina, or that's,
Okay.
RuPaul has
Next.
RuPaul has won more Emmys than any other black person. The most Emmys.
Oh,
won by a black
really?
person. Yes.
yeah.
We will need to research that.
Yeah, it's
That's true.
true.
It's
Well,
true.
that just shows
true.
that they haven't been giving Emmys to enough talented people.
Well, but RuPaul has won a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
RuPaul's the specific streak, and RuPaul continues as host Emmy streak.
Yes,
That continues,
that continues,
in
right.
this cycle, and in fact, I think it was 5. I'm not exactly sure, but it's been quite a bit. But RuPaul's Drag Race has won 4 in a row, and Lizzo.
That was also
Yeah.
that was a
I
fabulous win.
love Lizzo.
Yeah,
I don't like her
she's
music
awesome.
though, but
You
like,
don't?
I love. What? Sometimes I do like about damn time. I like that song, but it's kind of I don't know.
It's very
about-
bubblegummy.
you know, there's
in a
a
way.
lot
It's very
of-
bubblegummy, right?
A lot of people like
no
bubble
words
gummy.
have come out of your mouth yet. Explain to us why you don't.
Because it's bubblegum.
No, I didn't say I didn't like her.
Yes,
I'm
you
not a big-
did.
No.
Oh, no, you said he didn't like her
Show
music.
me the receipt.
That's right.
Replay the
Show me the
tape,
receipt.
Steve.
He said he liked her,
I
but
like
not
her,
music.
not really a
Yeah,
fan of her
that's
music.
true.
No, I love her personality. I just love everything about how she just come out and have blown up and just really is breaking the barriers. But her music is kind of sucks. I'm sorry. I know the gays are going to kill me, but I'm ready for it.
No, I think
I
her
bet you
music
like
is,
country music too, right?
And don't.
I think her music is much more pop mainstream kind of feeling, and kind of and bubblegummy really kind of in a way. But I mean, I find it kind of I don't listen to it as much, but I can appreciate it.
Have you seen her kill it on the flute?
Oh,
my
yeah.
God!
No.
Oh my God!
That part.
Saturday Night Live.
That part is
going to
great.
Win another Emmy
For her Saturday
next
Night.
year
A
for
Grammy.
Saturday Night Live.
She
Well,
can
I just
dance.
have
Or
to
Emmy.
say,
Well, no, that-
as a
Emmy.
woman of
It didn't
color
qualify. No,
that's heavy.
because he did it in the season. It doesn't.
You can say
No,
black.
it
Black
ends
woman.
on
well,
June 30th.
I'm, you know,
Black
a
woman.
woman trying to get a word in on a table full
Well,
of
and then
men is really hard.
Am I jumping topic? The other thing was Abbott Elementary. That was so awesome. It's such a great show.
Was Lizzo in it?
No,
Then why are we talking about it?
I'm jumping. I said I was jumping topics. It's Emmys.
All right. Well, that's our first best thing of the week. But we're
Okay.
doing a bonus. Tonight, we are celebrating with the second best thing of the week. And most of us are gay men, so that means we're going to go for the thirst trap. And we're going to throw it out. In the summer, the gays flock up north to the havens of P-Town and Fire Island. We watch it. We see it in our media, blah, 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 blah. Everybody rubs it into our face if we stay here in South Florida. Well, like most other migratory creatures, certain signs from nature let them know when it's time to come home to Wilton Manors. And we're tick, 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 getting ready to see all of the migration return. So our bonus best thing of the week is...
You see this?
Yeah, it's sad.
I wish it was full and it's going to spill all
Remember
over
we
his
were talking
face.
about Gin Bar last night? Now you
Right.
Yeah, right.
Wow. I mean, you going, that's a really nice thing you did. That's a mitzvah. We would
And
say.
he did that with a glass that was about this big.
Wow.
That was full.
It's amazing you
right.
have the...
Best thing of the week. Summer
Wow.
ends with the images of New Orleans Southern decadence. Oh my. And we're showing you pictures. Labor Day weekend. It is just a signature event for American gay men.
So does that mean that when that happens, people have to come back from P-Town?
Well, no. Yes. Let's just say yes to the lesbian at the table. Now, Southern Decadence and all of the men. This is really, is anybody been?
I've never been. Have you been many times?
I've been
they're
many
women.
times. The number one thing
Girls
about
are little.
Southern Decadence, which is problematic for me, is it's hot as hell. You think we're hot? New Orleans Labor Day.
Because it's a swamp.
Is a swamp.
That's why Miami does Pride in April, because in June, he wants to be outside.
But
in June.
I think that this is intentional for Southern Decadence because it's so hot. Everything comes off. And everything is sweaty everywhere.
Oh, dear.
Everywhere.
Ooh.
In
That's kind of
every
yucky.
space in the French Quarter.
Wow.
Yeah.
My French Quarter's itchy just like
You know,
My eye roll is just overactive
that is-
tonight.
You know, they make medications for
if
that.
you're suffering from crabs or any STD, we can get you over the edge after tonight.
You know what Southern Decadence is all about when the lead talent for Southern Decadence weekend in New Orleans is Chi LaRue.
Oh wow, yeah, that's some skanky. Yeah, skank. I love Chi.
How do you really
I love
feel,
Chi.
Dale?
We're friends. I mean, no, tidy, but we know each other. We know each other to say hello in person.
Chi was in,
but she's skanky, and I love it.
Banners the weekend before Southern Decadence. She was at Lit and played, and I can't wait to share. Oh, listen to what your friend Dale Stein.
Right?
You skanky, and I love it.
All right. Let's catch up on the hot gossip from the world of celebrities in our segment called Queer Entertainment with Hotspots Magazine. After RuPaul's Drag Race star Courtney Act joined the cast of Dancing with the Stars and Dancing with the Stars All-Stars in her home country of Australia, fans began to wonder, I wonder if it's possible that the United States version of the show could feature a drag talent. Well, finally, ABC told us and has responded with the announcement this week of the newest season that premieres on Disney Plus this coming Monday. Drag Race superstar Shangela.
Yeah.
Remember? Coming out of that box in season, I think, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 9. Shangela will be, do you have any idea what I'm talking about?
Yes, I know who Shangela is.
Okay, all right. But the seasons?
You got them wrong. It wasn't those exact ones.
I don't know the seasons. I know who she is.
Okay, all right. Drag Race superstar Shangela will be the first drag queen on the U.S. version of Dancing with the Stars. She's
Wait,
going
was
to
that
be,
her on the boy side?
No,
What?
it's the drag queen. She's dancing as
She's
the girl.
the woman.
There was a.
That's the professional dancer.
I haven't
That's the
gotten
part-
to it yet.
I'm about to say.
Yeah. Apparently you don't
Honey,
know
you
how
was
it's
taking-
happening
you
out.
was taking
Work. Sorry.
forever.
Give me just a minute more to set the conversation up. Well, also joining the celebrities, are people like Jordan Sparks and Wayne Brady and Selma Blair, and then a whole bunch of people that no one has ever heard of.
Oh no!
Our entertainment headline this week: history is made for Dancing with the Stars, as RuPaul's Drag Race Shangela will be the first drag queen to compete as the girl with a professional boy dancer. There he is, right there.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I could do a two-step with him.
You know what's interesting about this? Just to get it right off before I hear your comments, Shangela is a boy. A drag queen is a boy.
Correct.
The drag queen is not living as a girl.
He's not a cross-dressing in real life.
In real life, Shangela is a boy.
She's
So that boy is dancing with another boy for the first time on American television.
Yeah, I think it's.
I bet
phenomenal.
half of America won't even know.
Yeah.
Didn't they have
They
two
would
girls?
have no
Wasn't
idea.
JoJo Siwa and someone?
Girls are different, or I should say,
Yeah.
women, because girls are like 12.
We're not talking about the
Right.
LGBT achievement. We're talking about the way that, isn't there this whole thing in America of two girls together can be hot for straight
Well,
people?
in general, we think that straight men seem to like that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why there's a lot of porn like that.
Yeah.
Right.
the
And
ones
it's
that are
not even
really
good.
straight don't think the same.
Fingernails.
Two boys.
They have fingernails.
What do you think?
Some lesbians
Shangela,
have fingernails.
Shangela,
It's all
what
in
do
the
you think?
technique.
Great. I think it's great. Yeah, that's all I have to say about
That's
it.
it.
Well, I mean, she's wonderful, and she's really worked on expanding her brand. I mean, she's in We're Here on HBO, which is, I mean, really, that is what the heart of doing drag is all about, the acceptance and love that they do. So she's just out there, and Al, I don't know, have you ever heard about, knowing your brand and being true to it.
I've heard this.
I'll send you my Wikipedia page.
Wow.
But she is there, and what she's doing for acceptance, everybody's going to benefit. Yeah. Rising tide lifts all boats. So you go, woman.
But before we, if you're planning on leaving the topic, before you leave the topic of Dancing with the Stars,
if you say anything interesting.
Well, if you just shut up for a second.
The girl's about to fight.
Sorry, the outside voice.
No punches.
Am I at the View? I'm at the View, right? This is the View.
Right. Okay. Just call me Joy.
Yeah.
And but Sam Champion will also be one of the contestants, and Sam Champion is very well known. He's been a weather person, a meteorologist for like decades.
And openly gay.
And very openly gay, married to Rubin, a very wonderful artist, but he represents the LGBTQ plus community big time. Is always openly gay, and I think it's phenomenal. He's going to be on the show. And when I was teaching aerobics back in New York in the day, he used to take my classes.
I just want to make an observation on Dale's point of how groundbreaking his observation was. A gay guy in a dance show.
Wow.
Groundbreaking.
Is he dancing with the guy?
Floral in the spring.
He's dancing with a girl.
No, he's dancing with a girl.
He's dancing with a girl.
Yeah.
What's groundbreaking is Al giving shade. That's really groundbreaking.
Oh yeah, wow. I've never known Al
like florals for
shade,
spring.
ever.
Right, I'm clutching my pearls right. I want to come back to you, Chris, just one moment about the Shangela story, because you basically had one word about this entire story. Great. It's great.
No one-word answers here.
So the fact that representation as a person of color, is that what you meant by?
You can say black.
And because she's black, is that the part that's great? Or that she represents lots of diversity? Is that the part that you meant is great? Could you kind of explain to us what great meant?
I said great and had lost my train of thought. I was like, great.
Okay.
No,
Thank you, we're done. All right.
Anyway.
Go ahead.
What I was trying to say is like she really has been in a lot of things. Like she's in movies. She's really been.
Which one?
She was in A Star Is Born. Thank you. Don't try me.
I'm very impressed.
Listen, I watched that movie like several times. I love that movie.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the new one.
And football.
And football. I can take you to a game.
Did you ever play football?
On the playground, I did.
I was a cheerleader.
You was?
I was a cheerleader.
Oh,
I
wow.
swear to God, that movie, but I'm a cheerleader. Yeah, I related to that.
Definitely not what the gay guys would have expected.
As to the football thing, John and I were at Gym Bar, and we were talking about this Sunday. I was also with him Sunday at gym, and or whatever day. I guess it was Monday. I don't know.
You're there every night. What difference does it make?
Right. Yeah. Hey, I might have a drinking problem.
Come on out today.
We talked about football because I'm an uber football player.
Yeah.
You like football?
I played football.
Oh yeah.
And huge college
What position?
playing.
Tight end.
Dubious.
Wrong position. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I was telling you.
You played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
No, I
it was the season they didn't win a game.
I lived in Sarasota in 1976 when Tampa got the expansion, and my father bought season tickets for the first season at Tampa, and we went like 0-17, and we had season tickets for the next season, and went like 10 more games where we never won. And
wow.
We didn't care one iota the fact that we were going to football.
You were there every game, no matter what.
Yeah.
No, we had season tickets, we were there, period.
Right.
And that's why hardened Tampa football fans are so overjoyed about what's happened over the last couple of years, because it's like, delicious.
And one more thing about Tampa, there's one openly gay player in the NFL, Carl Nassib. There's one.
He's on Tampa Bay.
But they signed him. That's the huge
It's
difference.
a huge deal,
he was cut by his last team for salary cap reasons, not because he was gay, just for salary cap.
He was gay.
But he was on the market, and Tampa hired him, and that is a huge step forward.
I will also say that Tampa, what are they, the Rays? Tampa Bay, what are they? The Buccaneers, okay. When
Tampa Bay Rays?
I don't know. I know the Miami Dolphins,
Team.
But
Wait,
when...
Is that a football team? Because I really don't think that's a football team.
Yeah, anyway. It probably isn't. But anyway, they were very supportive. Equality Florida's in there. And they were very supportive of the LGBT community, and especially after Pulse. The Tampa sports teams came out strong.
I'm still having great difficulty believing that Chris Barnhill knows anything about football. But we'll just
I'm just trying to remember what topic we actually started on.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's Chris Topher. Don't call him Chris, or he'll make a fist.
Chris,
thank you.
He likes Swiss Miss, but his hips don't miss.
Albert.
Wait, and I never say this. My real name is Adrian.
Yeah. Oh.
It is.
How'd you get to Al?
Wow.
I like Adrian better.
My middle initial was L. Oh. When I was a kid, I had to fight in school every single day.
Because it's
because the
girl's
teacher
name.
would call Adrian, and then that would be off to the races. And literally, I fought in school, and it was just easier to go my first name initial A, my middle initial L. Al is how it.
Okay.
Name.
So
I like Adrian.
So you've been one of the girls a long time, huh?
So I'm going to call you Adrian from now on.
No,
Adrian.
That really pisses me off. All right. Each week at It's Happening Out, we ask our host, I'm surprised you didn't make the cut for It's Happening. Oh, I know why.
Oh!
About what is important.
Talk about shade.
I hate her.
I don't know her.
It's so true. I hate all of them. But the twist is that they're going to tell us what's on their mind in just 30 seconds, or you hear the bell. The segment is called What's on Your Mind.
Can we see you do that again?
So, no, I can't do it again. So, Chris Topher, Barnhill, what's on your mind this week?
Sleep. I need sleep.
Why?
Because I've been going to bed at midnight and I have to get up at 5 in the morning, so I need sleep.
Wait.
And you're boring me today. I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. Okay. You have 16 more seconds. Anything
That's
else?
all, Al. You can move on.
You done?
Wow.
You have 11 more seconds. Anything else?
Nothing else. I don't have anything else other than sleep. I need more sleep.
And 7 more seconds.
Oh, wow.
The torture.
I'm going to send you a link of Al's demo reel. He'll put you right out.
Right to sleep, right.
And John Hayden, what's on your mind this week? Oh, wait. Normally I ring the bell for a great, interesting What's on Your Mind. John Hayden, what's on your mind?
This week is equality in the future. SunServe is holding a training session for women and BIPOC members of the South Florida community to teach them and give them some training on what to do, how to prepare yourself to run for public office. There's just not enough. There's plenty of people that could run, but they don't know how. They don't know how to get started. SunServe is taking a positive step in this direction, and hopefully others will follow suit, and we can get some real diverse leadership in South Florida positions.
Excellent. Sounds fun. See, there are things on people's minds. Lovely.
He's shady tonight.
Right. So I am. This is me.
You ever had your naps?
Cindy Brown, what's on your mind?
Okay, well, what's on my mind this week is activism. We've talked about some of this on the news and in other places, but the entire LGBT community is under attack nationwide. And there's just so much work to be done. And I encourage everybody in their own community, everybody's community has some organizations that are doing work. Reach out and find the organization in your community, get active, because they're not going to change things for the better unless we are loud about it.
Excellent.
Get out, get loud, get proud.
It's the number one issue in our community is our activism between now and November.
Yes.
8th.
And galvanizing.
And galvanizing.
Galvanizing.
Dale Stein, what's on your mind this week?
Well, last night I was with Cindy Brown. We were celebrating Michael Aller.
You're cheating on me?
Yes, he is.
But
it was a memorial.
This doesn't count toward my 30 seconds.
Yeah.
We were celebrating.
You're reclaiming your time? Is that what
yes.
I actually have a coffee mug with Maxine Waters on it that says, I'm reclaiming my time.
Yes.
Okay, so my time starts now, okay?
Okay.
Good grief. So we were together celebrating Michael Aller, who's called Mr. Miami Beach. Mm-hmm. He decades ago started very much the tourism community in South Beach and Miami Beach in general, but he was very much known for bringing gay tourism which was called gay tourism at the time, to Miami Beach. And just in celebrating him and people giving testimonials to him, it reminded me of how much, we know this, but we must always remember that we stand on the shoulders of the people who brought us to this point.
Absolutely.
And people are standing on our shoulders of us old people at this time. And as we move forward, it'll always be the case. So we must live with consciousness, loudness, proudness all the time.
I love living
Awesome.
with loudness. That's a wonderful phrase. Thank you. All right, next we are proud of our special partnership with Sunshine Cathedral. This is the world's largest queer church, right here in Fort Lauderdale. Supporting that partnership, we are broadcasting right now from our permanent set here at Sunshine Cathedral. That's because Dale came into a religious institution and the flames.
I work.
Hand me the pen. I'm going to trach him.
At Sunshine Cathedral. We're right now broadcasting from the television studios. We broadcast Sunshine Cathedral's Sunday International Service at 10:30 a.m. every week.
I'm Mayra Hidalgo Salazar, the Deputy Executive Director of the National LGBTQ Task Force. We are the world's largest civil rights organization, and we are stronger when all of us stand together. That's why Sunshine Cathedral is my queer church.
Well, next up, if we were standing around the LGBTQ plus water cooler, we think this is what we might all be talking about this week. It's our
Cindy Brown you in the middle, before you come out.
It's queer hot topic. Queen Elizabeth II. Now, what are we going to talk about? And it's not going to be about John Hayden.
John doesn't get to talk.
Movie buddy.
Queen Elizabeth II was a beloved queen by many. And then there was, well, everyone else.
Right.
Yep.
Many still blame her for the death of Princess Diana. Others point to her refusal to accept Meghan Markle and blame it on racism. Whatever the reasons, queer Twitter came loaded with jokes and memes when she recently passed away. And of course, that got our shady selves interested. Pose and Queer as Folk actor Johnny Silbilly posted, quote, "Can y'all stop saying the Queen? I keep thinking you're talking about Beyonce." That's great, end quote. BuzzFeed writer Aaron Chack tweeted, quote, "You're never too old to achieve your dreams. Prince Charles is 73, and he just landed his first job," end quote. Our hot topic of the week is London Bridge is falling down. Ask us if you don't know what that means. And here is some of the hilarious LGBTQ plus Twitter sayings and memes about the Queen's passing. What do we think about the Queen? Spirit out.
That was quick.
We didn't let her. That body was still warm by the time we got to all these jokes to me.
Oh yeah, there's so many
Dinah opened up these pearly gates right now. Ooh.
And you know, it's I mean, I'm a news junkie pretty much, and it's astounding that the news networks are just nonstop coverage of all of it.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, you know, like there's been very little talk about all the really, really bad
like
things.
colonialism.
Colonialism.
I'm not going to talk about
Hello.
I mean, like very little.
When they give back them diamonds that they stole.
Exactly. Yeah. There's nobody's talking about that.
I think that as you know, they finally bury her sometime next year.
Right. Your friend.
There's going to be my friend, my movie buddy. Lizzie
yeah,
to
we
me.
know that,
She's
John.
Lizzie to me. But no, I think that there will be, because you know, like Barbados left the Commonwealth.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I think that there's probably going to be, because I saw some polls a couple weeks before she died, where the monarchy isn't necessarily so popular. In the UK, it's at about 50%. But Elizabethanism was like in the mid 80s. Like people loved her, and not all of that's going to come along. So I think the thing to watch is going to be
70 years.
Well, yeah, and I think that's another reason. That's another reason that there's wall-to-wall coverage. this has never been covered before. We've never seen this
in our lifetime. Certainly in our
so I think that's
saw
it's the fascination.
very similar that we were very emotional about, and that was Princess Diana.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my God.
Similar, but our entire worlds came to a stop, especially in LGBT.
Oh yeah, because
nobody in our community is feeling this week the way
Right.
we were in the week of Diana.
Well, first of all, she was 96, so it was like
she lived a long time, but I really think that all of the news networks are doing a disservice because they're not telling the full story.
But that's true. That's what happened. Look what's happening in schools.
They're not telling the true story. And
The Queen. Okay, so reparations for the people who drained the bank.
Yeah, exactly. but I'm sitting here thinking about, well, how is that any different than what's going on in Florida in terms of what we're doing in our schools? You know,
it's not any different.
That's
at all.
a level of acceptance of going, okay, we'll fight it.
Because they're trying to unteach history.
It's been going on forever, though. Like even in history books, they try to whitewash U.S. history as if it was this great thing. Even in school, we were talking about
like
how
the Indians and Thanksgiving, and everybody sat down happy.
I can't believe I said
because we were learning about Christopher Columbus.
Right?
We sat down and we sat down with the Indians and had turkey and stuff.
Right, and then we got Thanksgiving,
and then we killed them.
We're playing. Oh my!
You know, interesting. Regardless of how you feel about the royal family and
I just like Prince Harry.
I do too. I like Prince Harry. He is fine.
That is a fine man.
And a great supporter
like
of
ginger?
LGBT.
I do.
Oh, you're transsexual. Oh, wait, so was I. But the interesting thing is, it's a business.
Absolutely, it's the
UK
firm.
is the UK is no longer a superpower. They have not been a superpower.
No.
Since post World War II. The Nazis pushed them absolutely to the edge, and the UK is a powerful force in the world, but they're not a superpower.
No.
And the monarchy gives them something that is extremely unique and valuable for them.
Right.
And I've read recently that the value of the revenue generation of different kinds of ways that the monarchy generates money for the UK economy is in the $4 to $7 billion range.
Yeah.
Well, therefore, it's a business.
That's talking tourism and all that other components.
So therefore, it's worthwhile as long as we remember we love Walt Disney World too.
Right.
But we don't live our lives based on what Walt Disney.
Well, Ron DeSantis does.
Yeah, right. Well,
exactly.
you know.
His name wrong, he ready to like dethrone you.
He's Satan.
Ron DeSantis.
Yeah, well, the Satan.
So they bury her, I believe,
Monday.
Okay, and once Monday, is Charles going to be good?
Well, you know, I've heard that Charles, his feelings is to kind of move away from the kind of monarchy that's been in existence, and you know, they want to be more for the people, and I think just
so
looking
giving the money to the people that.
I don't know that, but they're being more.
They're not being forward.
Being more accessible and
they're being more transparent.
More transparent,
did you see the woman when he was walking the line the day after his mom died, and he just like this woman just reached out and grabbed him like by the cheeks and just kissed him. His mother would have had that woman thrown in the Tower of London.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's more about connecting with the people, and I think that. You know, when William finally gets to become king, if there's still a monarchy around, I mean, that's the question.
There's going to be
waited his entire life.
Okay, his entire life. He waited just as long as.
Britain,
he deserves to be king.
Britain's not going to give up $5 billion.
No,
they're not going to.
No. And Charles won't live to be 90.
No,
I just don't think so.
No.
I don't see that. It's my premonition.
Yeah. Let me ask the real harsh question: do we care about this at all?
What we're talking about.
I mean,
well, we have an obligation because of it's
interesting entertainment fodder.
Yeah,
and it's pop culture for real.
It doesn't matter to me.
For real. How about LGBT in general? Is LGBT America care about this at all?
We should. Absolutely should.
Yeah, but my question is, do we?
Yes.
I think some of us absolutely do.
Yeah.
Some of us could care less, but.
I mean, I'm surprised some bars aren't going to be open at 5 a.m. on Monday and having viewing parties. I mean, and that's the campy fun side of it.
And they'll dress up and everything.
Oh yeah,
they want to see the outfits and all that stuff. But
But the fascinators are fascinating.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But no, they should, because we've talked about how William and now to a lesser extent his dad, because he's king, have this great platform to be advocates, to post just a simple pride post from the Prince of Wales carries so much weight around the world.
Right.
And so they have a very important platform. So we should care beyond the pomp and pageantry of the funeral and the coronation.
People who aren't Catholic, but when the Pope says something, it affects. You know, if Pope says something positive about LGBT people, I'm not a Catholic, I'm not even religious, but it's important and it's impactful for the globe.
Yeah, okay. All right, so I will ensure that nobody can see the internal yawn going on in my head.
Yeah, he's bored too.
All right.
Hooker, you asked the question.
Right?
I give it money back.
It's my gig. At least one more week. It's my gig.
Reparations, all that stuff. They need to do it. And if we're not talking about that.
You said it 3 times. Let me give you one more time.
Reparations.
Okay.
What do you really think?
All right. Finally tonight, let's play a game that we have played in every episode of It's Happening Out since our show launched in September of 2019. And I'm breaking news right now. This is the last time we're ever doing this.
What?
I feel honored.
We're chopping the segment?
We starting next week. Oh, wait, I'm only kidding. It explores 3
I was getting excited that we would be the last Shagger.
Do I have a drink to throw in his face?
We would do, and why we would do it. The game is called Shag, Marry, Chop. We can't give this up because Facebook pulled us off the air because we played Fuck, Marry, Kill with Donald Trump and the 2 boys. We didn't realize, oh wait, that's considered threatening the President of the United States. And in the middle of the show, we were taken down. As a result, this game becomes institutional. We changed the name, but we have the same evil intent. All right, so we invite you to play right along with us. Tonight's theme is a personal favorite of mine. It really is. It's called The Bad Boys. So this week we are going to play with Luke Evans as Gaston. It's been announced that another Gaston character movie is coming, and he's going to play it. We were just talking about him. And Brad Pitt as Tyler Durden in The Fight Club. And then finally Tom Hiddleston as Loki, pansexual Loki. So that's our game that we're going to play tonight. Shag, Marry, Chop. And Chris Farnhill, who would you shag?
Where's the diversity in these?
Well, imagine me, they're all men, right? If I can do it, you can do it.
You know, this is a game. You're not going to get to sleep with any of them. None of them are going to get to top you.
I'm versatile. So I can top
All right.
It always goes back to that.
Did you do Cindy Lou from? All right. Who are you shagging?
Shagging.
You know, and take your time because we only have another hour and 15 minutes.
All right, just give me Brad Pitt, I guess.
Wow.
Brad Pitt's not in
Tyler Durden. Did you watch Fight Club?
Tyler Durden, dang, yeah. Tyler, no, I didn't.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm not even going to ask you
and
why.
Even if he did, the first rule.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. And
I know the first rule.
And who are you marrying? See, nobody got that joke. It was a good joke.
Yeah, I heard it. I processed it.
And the Mary, I didn't hear you. You're going to marry Gaston. Yeah. Yeah. You like a big, strong, not a very bright kind of womanizer.
No.
All right.
I'm just choosing for the sake of choosing.
And Loki he's chopped. All right. Chopped. That's great. Thank you, Christopher. You've made this game really exciting. Thank you.
Right.
And John, who are you shagging?
Well, I've got to shag Loki because I can count on him to keep it low key.
I was going to use that joke too.
As hell.
I was going to use that.
What is wrong with him? He's doing this live on It's Happening Out. I could be sitting at at Charlie Chris's press.
But you're the one who goes out to gym bar with him every night.
Gym bar, and he does the exact same thing, and all of those, and these weird puns. I think he's right on the spectrum. I think that's what's going on.
Well,
all right, Loki, you've told us why you would shag him, and your Mary is?
I've got to marry Gaston. I mean, those cheekbones. I mean, please, those cheekbones. Yeah, I need to wake up to those every day.
He is really, really cute.
Yeah.
He's really cute.
And then I've got to chop Tyler Durden.
And is it because of the character or the person?
No, the character, really, because it, oh, man. Yeah.
Look at that picture. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
You okay? It's a little puddle on the floor.
Well, it's so funny because 35 years, all of my friends have said, my goodness, what is it? You know, I'm generally considered bright, and I'm certainly well traveled, and blah blah blah. I could put in 55 other adjectives, but this just pierces right through the arm.
This, I mean,
the bad personality.
Oh, the bad, yeah.
Bad boy. Well, I wasn't expecting to be called out so harsh, but the answer is yes. And Cindy, who would you shag?
Well, I would shag Tyler Durden because I think it would just be so, energetic and crazy. Yeah. Crazy people are great to have sex with.
Yes,
not to have a relationship with, but to have sex with.
Okay, I'm right there with you.
Yeah. The first 48.
Yeah.
As the victim or the
killer? You never know, right?
That's exactly right. And
so
Mary
I would marry. I'm just going to be different. I'm going to marry Loki because people would just look at us so weird as we walk down the street. And Gaston is just too beautiful and perfect. So let's chop it.
It's funny. The Loki character, for example, as a contrast to Thor, who could stand next to Thor and you would still look at him? Him. You can. Because he's very handsome, very pretty. But, Christopher Hemsworth as Thor, he can still do it. And you know why? Because he is so evilly sarcastic. Mm-hmm. He's going, look at me, look at me, look at me. Kind of like what you've done in this show.
No, that would be you, love.
Every week.
Y'all say that like it's a bad thing.
This is the last time.
Oh, no, he's just not with us.
Is he one of the new cast?
No, but the look,
they haven't decided
daggers
yet.
Back and forth.
This is my audition for next week.
All right.
All right.
Oh, dear.
Chop.
I'm so sorry.
Chop.
I have no friends at this table. And Dale
Not even a dog.
Okay.
And Dale Stein, who are you shagging?
I'll shag Tyler because, I love that.
Bad boy.
I love the bad boy, and I love that feeling of that one-night stand thing going on, just, perpetually one-night stand.
What do you think about the scene in Fight Club? There's so many tropes in it. The versatile, as John told that 800-year-old joke. But in Fight Club, where he takes the beating and is just literally beaten to death. And he's going, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the beating, and that's it. What did you think about that scene? Is that sexy to you?
Maybe not the actual act, but the submission.
Not the violence.
Not the violence part. But the mental and sexual component, or the release, the surrender.
Yeah.
The surrender sex.
Surrender.
The surrender
yeah,
sex.
That's a really good way of putting it. Yeah.
So anyway, that's because I don't think I could be married to that because it would be a lot of, a lot of anxiety.
Right.
Is he coming home tonight?
Right. Are you going to be bloody?
And by the way, he wouldn't be.
He wouldn't be. Right. FYI.
I'm sorry.
FYI. No, he ain't coming home.
Right.
And he'll come in at 2:00 in the afternoon and apologize. I love you.
Somebody's going to get beat to a pulp, and I'll love it.
No, he wouldn't lie. He wouldn't lie.
Somebody's going to get beat to a pulp, and I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
So
your Mary is.
Well, it's cliche, but I'm going to Gaston. I keep thinking of Gaston and Beauty and the Beast, and
well,
that's who it is.
That's who it is.
Sorry, my brain. I was cross-referencing with Help.
No, I'm
Interview with a Vampire. Hello.
Wait, if you've learned nothing in
Bond,
tonight's show,
James Bond.
If you've learned nothing
I'm tired.
in tonight's show, I'm not helping you.
James Bond.
I love you.
Luke Evans earlier. James Bond.
Just
Bond,
keep
right?
saying franchise names.
I mean, no, it was we talked about Interview the Vampire. We talked about James Bond. I'm like, my brain is like overloaded with masculinity.
I promise you, next week I'll be there for you.
Right?
All right. Before we end tonight's show, and your chop.
Okay,
all right. Well, tell us.
Who are you going to chop?
I'm going to chop Loki because I know
the only one left.
I stopped for that. Oh, okay. Got it. Before we end tonight's show, we thank our sponsor, Jet's Pizza. Now, this could be a highlight of this entire show. Right.
Ooh,
you
yum.
have to try the pizza of choice for the LGBTQ.
Oh, there we go.
Yum.
Nice. I am in an 11th grade television AV class right now. Hold the pizza! You know, all of this is going to run on silently. Oh my God. Now you know why we're doing what we're doing next week.
I love interviews.
That's why we're all fired at the end of tonight's show.
Yeah, I feel.
Right.
Yeah, but you owned it. I mean, your answers were like, you
exactly.
Thank you.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
No.
That was as shady as a yes. Oh my gosh, I come right at you. He put a knife in your back.
He was shady.
All right, you did tell me that. Now I know that. All right, all of It's Happening Out's hosts are getting ready to enjoy it after the show. I'm going to be here in about 3 seconds. No, he doesn't have to eat the pizza.
No, we all could eat the pizza.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. All right. It's time to say good night.
Thank God.
We'll see you next week. Good night.
Bye, everyone.
So let's hear from our host for one final time. And let's start with a good night from Chris Topher.
All right.
Barnhill.
It's been fun. Congratulations to the new host that will be starting next week. This is amazing. All right. Good night.
All right.
Okay.
Great. All right. I told you I was tired.
And good night from John Hayden.
Also, good luck to the new cast and the new format of Happening Out. I wish them luck. I know that there's going to be a huge reaction in the audience to not tune in because I won't be there. But I encourage you, please still watch. We still do important, fun stories. And I love you very much. And as we know, if it's happening, it's happening out.
Girl, you didn't get the job, man.
Oh my God!
He's hard.
He's shady. He's still pitching for my gig. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. We are not going to gym any. Oh wait, no, right after this. And Cindy Brown, good night message from you.
Well, you know, as my potentially last appearance on Happening Out,
that's not true.
I am just so grateful to be able to kind of teach these guys here around the table with me how to really respect women. And even though they don't listen to me, I think I'm still getting through.
Yes, you are.
Yes, absolutely.
You certainly are. I've tried to work with Chris Topher, and it's hard. You understand. All right, and Dale Stein, a good night from you.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. No, I'm just going to bring it down a little bit. Because, you know, there's a lot going on, if you haven't noticed, in the world and on the planet. And I've been going through some ups and downs in my own personally. Now I'm kind of I share on social media, sometimes overshare, I guess. I don't think I do, but like I share.
Yeah, when you have 17,000 following you at my day list, yes, you share.
I shared something yesterday, something that was, or 2 days ago, that was kind of personal. It wasn't a negative, it was just kind of whatever. And it got so much reaction and response, and it was so, I took it down because I was like, oh, and then I put a follow-up post that was kind of like, you know, I like to be perky, positive, and plucky, Dale, but I'm not always that. And so I said, you know, this is blah, blah, blah. And then that got even more commentary. I left that up. Anyway, my point with all that is, sorry for the stretch out thing, but is to be gentle with yourself.
Right? Yes.
To be kind to yourself and to be kind to your friends and family, even if you don't like them like I don't like
Oh, well, I love all you guys. That's why I can make fun.
Just a reminder to take a breath and to be gentle. And remember that everybody's going through some shit. And we don't know everybody's backstory. And it's just, it's important. Be kind.
You know,
especially to yourself.
Did you see my comment on your post?
Yes, I did see your comment.
I commented.
I did see your comment.
And basically, I turned whatever he was talking about himself, I turned it to me.
Well, as usual.
But as usual. But the point was to echo to Dale. I just want to take 1 second to comment on that, which is, gosh, I go through that all of the time because everybody wants to put you in a box. And they want to put you in that box and say, this is how you perform. I'm not a rabbit.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't get that. I get to do what I want. And I loved your post because you're one of the kindest people I've ever met. And the moment you go, here is something that's really agitating me, and you probably, instead of fuck, you use the word damn. And then everybody goes, oh my God, Dale Stein has said damn.
I've heard him say a lot worse than that.
Loyal to yourself first.
Right.
And,
when people see you in a certain light, and then it's hard to,
it's a box.
I'm not always, singing songs about spirituality and doing like I do at Unity on the Bay.
Right.
For example,
You're human.
It was
surprise.
It was a nice post. All right. Well, that's it. South Florida, Ocean Drive, Wilton Drive. Another week with It's Happening Out. You sat right here at the LGBTQ plus kitchen table. My goodness, this is kitchen table-ish as you can possibly get. As we sat around and kikied. I'm gonna go out.
You're fired.
Oh, gosh.
Right. You cannot come back next week.
As we sat around and kikied on the things that were important to our community. I agree with Dale's observation. We are going through unbelievable times. I predict, here's a prediction, write it down. 10 years from now, we're going to come back to September, October, up to November 8th. And we're going to say, I lived through that. Now, I don't know which way it's going to go yet, and I'm worried that it's not going to go the way we think. But we're living in an incredible moment. McCarthy in 1952, I didn't live that, obviously, but I know how important that moment was. Anita Bryant in 1976.
Yeah, definitely.
We are living, and I did too, and we're living that moment right now. The craziness that we are seeing from MAGA Trumpsters that are absolutely after us. It frames every other thing that's going on in the world. So it's one of the reasons I love It's Happening Out. We don't really focus much on that.
Tonight is a very good example of that.
Exactly.
On my part.
All you have to do if you want to keep up with that is watch Queer News Tonight, because that's where we are keeping up with it. But it's an important time. And regardless of whether you think it's a good time because you're going to get what you want, or a bad time because you think you're not going to get what you want, either answer I don't think is the primary thing. The primary thing is to be aware of the time that you're living right now. Because we're living in history. When Barack Obama walked out onto that pier in 2008, we watched history.
Amen.
Thank God I was watching television to watch that moment. It's the kind of thing that we're watching now. Maybe completely different, maybe terrible, but we're in a moment that we should be paying attention to. And if you're not paying attention, I promise you 10 years from now, you're going to regret it.
Absolutely.
And if you're capable of internalizing that moment, perhaps, just perhaps, over the next 6 or 7 weeks, you'll do what every smart LGBT political advocate is saying, including what I watched today in a press conference of all of our organizations endorsing Charlie Crist. What is needed now is for you to be in it. Personally, pick up a phone. Ask somebody to join you. Pick up a sign and stand on a corner, or walk to your neighbor and knock on a door. That's the moment you're living in right now. And whether we win or whether we lose, over the next 6 to 7 weeks, we're living in a moment of our lifetime. And we got to see it when he walked out on that pier in Chicago. Because all of us did that in 2008. And it's time for us to do it again. We invite you to follow our 501c3 nonprofit experiment. It is our LGBTQ plus community challenged. Is it important to you? Our mission means we deeply believe it is. We've played and played and played. Christopher, thank you for playing along with me. Pick up Hotspots magazine. It's on newsstands today and all over South Florida. I love South Florida gay news also. Queer News Tonight is covering the LGBTQ plus news of South Florida, America, and our world. And it's daily and live at 8 p.m. on Roku, Apple TV, and many other television platforms. And our flagship is with you and here tonight. It's right in front of you right now. Every Wednesday at 9 p.m. We like to laugh and talk about what's going on in our world because our LGBTQ world is important. And that's why we have fun with it. Right. And we don't take ourselves too seriously. Because remember, the reason we do it is if it's important to you, it's happening out. Until next time, good night.
Ciao, ciao.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ